Hello, good afternoon. My name is Hashir Javed. My student ID is 230384995. Here is my student card. I understand that in Employment Tribunal Privia may file the following claims under the Equity Act 2010 as mentioned in the prohibited conduct from section 13 to 27. The very first claim she can be bring forward in the direct discrimination which was a result of managers' remarks about mothers leaving the company, and it was based on the very unprofessional behavior by Andy. This is bluntly discriminatory towards women. Then I would bring forward the indirect discrimination. The Preva may file a lawsuit for indirect discrimination if the psychometric test or interview procedures disproportionately harmed women, particularly mothers, than the harassment that when Andy gave Pravia a pat on the behind. It was considered harassment. This conduct violates employment laws and fosters a hostile work environment, and then a point is victimization under Section 27 of the Equity Act. After that, if we talk about consider filing a lawsuit, Privia, as employer, Speedy Buses Limited, is liable for the discriminatory acts of all of its workers, including Andy and the interview panel, and as people are responsible for their own acts, particularly if they supposed to or act as harassing or discriminatory manner. And definitely, I would like to quote different case laws here as a reference after explaining the remedies. Then let me put forward the remedies. Privia may be granted if her claims are successful under the Equity Act 2010 are declaration, recommendation, and compensation. In declaration, Privia's claim may be supported if the tribunal finds that her rights are violated. So we can say that then there is compensation, and due to the extreme nature of harassment, Privia may receive or awarded compensation for the emotional distress, lost wages, and aggravating damages. Then moving forward towards the recommendations that in order to ensure a safer and more welcoming work environment for all workers, SB Limited may need to put rules and processes in place to stop harassment and the discrimination in the future. Then, for the reference, I would like to quote some case laws here. The first case law is cited as but with Airedale NHS Foundation Trust. Will explain the facts quickly as a basic summary that just because an employee has a protected characteristic, this doesn't mean that everything that happens to them in the workplace is because of that characteristic. Law under the Equity Act 2010. Direct discrimination is prohibited on various protected grounds, including religion. Direct discrimination happens when A treats B less favorably than A treats or would treat others. Then the second case lies as Hunter Little Great Britain Limited harassment. Employer's failure. In this case, it was held that employers must ensure anti-harassment policies are fully utilized in the workplace, and managers and staff trained on what they are, what is prohibited, and how to raise and deal with a complaint. Law Section 26 of the Equality Act 2010 defines harassment as where a person engages in unwanted conduct related to a relevant protected characteristic. and the conduct has the purpose or effect of violating B's dignity or creating an intimidating, hostile, degrading, and humiliating. Mueller v. Utopia Layer Limited, sex discrimination, clever accounting. In this case, it was held that the creative accounting arrangements that permitted a bespoke pay cut arrangement favoring male over female managers can both be discriminatory and contrary to the law on equal pay. Law direct discrimination is defined within Section 30 Equality Act 2010 when considering the question of direct discrimination and ET must identify whether, because of the protected characteristic, the respondent has treated the claimant less favorably than it treated or would treat others. In conclusion, finally Previa has solid grounds to file an employment tribunal suit against SB Limited and ND for discrimination, harassment, and victimization. If she is successful, she may obtain compensation, a declaration of her rights, and recommendations for better workplace procedures. To support her case, Privia must get legal counsel as soon as possible and keep records of every occurrence. That's all. Thank you.